While I made the solder stand for the electric fence, Barbara took on the massive task of turning over the gardens and preparing them for planting. Now, see that black cat? There's another one. There it is. Now this is why we need the electric fence. That's how the possums get in. Now that being a possum and that fence had been live, that possum wouldn't have done that. We hope.
I know why your electric fence is doing it. It's jumping onto the staples. Yeah. You're supposed to knock the camera over, Odie. Did you knock the camera over? I'll do my pack choy next, I think.
Well, I'm back up in the shed again. It's drier and warmer here than it is outside where Barbara is. So I'm going to make the gate. I've got some 4x1 and some 3x1, and I've got hinges from another job left over, and we'll see where we get to. Well, that's a good look. Gate fits in the hole. Now, just a couple of hinges, and we're done.
Well, that's finally. Oh, we've got a few bits left over, sorry. I need to get a piece of tin in here. I need a piece of tin in here. But the gate's done. Yeah, I need to open a hole so I can show it from the inside. I'll have to make another one on the inside, I forgot about that. Let's see what I've got. But Barbara's been planting. And digging. More digging. More digging. Just checking in the rain. Every so often come up and there's something ticking, and the rain's actually formed drips and earthing the bottom wire. So we've done a few trips, that's why the ladder's still out. But I think we've got them all. Beware possums. Okay, as you can see, weather's still lovely, but we've got a defence up. We've got plants in the garden again. So, let's see how it goes. I've got a bit of work to do in here. I've got to reform some of these and what have you, but that's us. We've got a garden. Hopefully, it'll keep the possums out. Right, I'm going down to put them on. See you tomorrow. The piece of tin down here. Around that, which stops it going anywhere. Piece of timber up top, tied off on either side. That's it. A door and a handle. All done skid.
Now does Maximum want to go out too? He's going to get dirty. We're going out in the big greenhouse, see? Wow, there was a lot of rain last night. I put the rubbish bin there yesterday afternoon empty. That's a lot of rain. Check the possum trap. You checked it? Good boy. Okay, one second, knock down. Hasn't been at my plants. No. Wow, that's a mouse every day this week. Holy heck.
So if anybody's ever wondered how well wind generators work, this is how they work. They're all or nothing. In the blink of an eye, 30 amps, none. They have their uses, and it was certainly keeping our batteries full on this day. And did I mention, they're noisy. They make an enormous amount of noise. But this one, it's 10 years old. You can see the moss growing on it. 350 watt. I think it cost us about $100 in China 10 years ago. Still goes fine. There you go, keeping the batteries well above average. One of our chief sources of fertiliser is chickens. Now, because we've been rather busy with the gardens lately, we sort of miss cleaning this as often as it should have, so it's a bit grubby than it usually is. But it does give us a lot of chicken manure, which is exactly what we're after right now with the project we have in mind next.
Laying in the mornings. Oh. It's on. Just grab it. Alright, cool. Oh, that's heavy. Watch out, girls.
You're the problem, aren't you? One thereof. Team Quacks. Happy little quacker. Hey? So one of the things we want to do today is get some hay bales into the garden. And we're going to make hay bale gardens. Now the idea behind a hay bale garden is that the hay bales decompose. And as they decompose they get warm. The decomposition heats it up. And it helps the plants grow, because we're in clay, it's very cold, the ground is very cold. So we found a couple of years ago when we did this that we got very, very early crops in because of the decomposition of the hay bales. And the hay bales are going to be sitting up here. And we'll be planting into the hay bales, and it's on the shady side of the garden, so if it grows up the fence, that's alright. Sometimes it doesn't get to the fence. So that's today's plan. Yeah, go the little possum protector. Going well. Oh, look at these. Look at these things go. Well, I swear they're bigger today than they were yesterday. These things are honking. Look at that. That is actually pretty remarkable. They were only planted, what, 3 days ago? Wow. Just goes to show, leaving the garden fallow for a while, adding lime, chicken shit, cow shit, and a solid dressing of blood and bone, really works. Look at that. That's quite spectacular actually. Alright, on we go.
Without sliding behind you.
This off-grid show's turning into a Kodak moments.
I've landed on my face too many times coming up here.
Right, so here's our 3 hay bales. Now we'll be able to put in what? How many plants do you reckon we put in there?
Okay, with courgettes, because they're so big, it'll only be 2 courgettes per hay bale. We're only going to get 3 courgettes per hay bale. Okay. should be as big as my hand. And put in chicken manure.
This is the chicken peep you saw Barbara get out of the chicken house yesterday. It's very soggy and it's perfect for this. So these are going into the holes and it's going to sit here for a month or so. We're going to be adding different things to this, lime and what have you, to get it to break down as the hay bale deteriorates before we plant into it. It has to be packed in pretty tight because it'll shrink, same as the hay bales will break away, and we still got to add things to it, and it's got to be right spread out to the outside edges where the roots are going to go. So it's not a matter of just throwing it in there, you got to pack it in there.
Okay, and there we go. I've filled up all the holes with chicken manure. Now I'm going to wet all these hay bales down.
And no week would go by without having to cut some more firewood. We're always looking for firewood. This time I'm after a particular length firewood. We're going to be using the wood stove. I'm going to cut up some dry small timber because I'm going to want to be using it for a project over the next couple of days. Well, that ain't no dead tree. I just thought I'd better check to see how much juice this thing's got on it. It's flat.
Cat duck.
If you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and leave us a comment. Thank you for watching.